feeling it was like that.
Yeah, I know. Every time I share my experience here because I think the most part of the persons have appointment here, but like it's Friday, 7 a.m. and normally the person are so exhausting. Yeah, and I give up about the conversation because normally it's so the person are so tired about your week or your life. Yeah. So if you receive some invitation, I try put live on YouTube. Just a moment for start here. Yeah, I think we can start. We are live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Let me start here. We are here with Osvaldo, Sydney, Bianca, and Erica. And today we are talking about financial freedom, the benefits. Yeah, talk a little about that, about the conceptions, what is money, it's important or not, it's necessary or not. Yeah, I really like to talk about it because it's a part of my life, I think. And for start, just remember, I'm not a teacher. I'm here for improve my communication skills with all. And it's so important realize that. And it's so important remember, don't correct each other. Just be respectful. And it's a part of the process. And I think we can create a environment, a security environment, yeah, a safe place for us learning with all. And for start, I want to start with you, Sydney. Please introduce yourself for all.
Surely. Hello, everyone. My name is Sydney. Currently, I live in Belo Horizonte. I'm 38 years old. I work. I'm an accountant. I'm married. I have a son. Well, I'm on here today on Talking Talk to to have I have objective to improve my English. I spoke English, my speaking skills. I have some personal and professional goals. So every day I'm trying to look after my dreams. In my leisure time, I like to spend my time with my family, to play different games with my son. I like to read books, articles, watch TV series, and horror movies. I think so. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you, Sydney. And let me know about you, Erica. Please introduce yourself.
Good morning. I'm Erica. I live in Belo Horizonte with my parents. I have no pets and children, and I have a degree in nutrition. I work here in some public schools. In my free time, I love reading, cooking, going out with friends, and spend time with my family as well. And I have been here in this platform talking talk for 1 month. And I'm here as well in order to improve my speaking skills. And I think today you have a good conversation. This topic is amazing. That's all.
Okay, Erica, amazing. Thank you for coming. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And let's continue with you, Osvaldo. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, I know everyone here know me, but I will try to change a little bit about me. I'm on vacation since last week. It was a good time because I could spend some time with my family, my fiance and stepsons and sons. I could doing talkie immersions for more times, twice or 3 times in a day, for example. And this week, because last week I had to spend some time with my parents too, because my mom is a cancer and my father has some healthy problem too. So I decided to spend some time with them. Let me see. Oh, well, this week, besides speaking a little bit more, I played some games about my motorsport simulators, racing, because I like this kind of games. I played a lot, and I had a big happy moments with this. But my vacation will end today. But my fried dough is not good for me. But I think that's just a recorder. I'm software developer in a payment methods startup, and I work by hand as developer since 2020. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Osvaldo. I thought about that because you can introduce yourself without say about your job. It's a good one. Every time
Thank you.
I explain that it's amazing because sometimes the person just say your name and your occupation or your job, and I really like to try explain about myself without talk about my work. But you can do that in the amazing way, and I really like.
We are more than our job.
Yeah, that's it. That's the point. Thank you. And for it's not finished because I will continue with you, Yanka. Please introduce yourself.
Well, at the moment, I'm just my job. I'm
No
living for
problem. You
it.
can free. You are
Don't
free from
worry,
that.
don't worry, Yanka.
I'm sorry, guys, but I am in a critical moment because I had to deliver my qualification. In the middle of the PhD, you have to do this like a pre-defense. And I am really worried about this moment. I'm sleeping very bad. It have been the hell, more or less, but I'm trying to keep something that I really like came to here, attending some classes in Talk and Talk, maintain gym, maintain a good alimentation, suffer less, things like that. And I'm happy because in the past, I just lived just to work all the day. Now I'm trying to balance this with my personality, my family, friends, health, and I'm really proud of it actually. But yeah, my name is Yanka. I am 28 years old. I am doing my PhD. I live in Campinas. Um, and I love your horror movies and sci-fi movies. And when we can mix these two things, horror with sci-fi, it's my heaven, I think, in the movies. I really love that. And I'm sorry about your vacations is the in the end, Osvaldo. I really love vacations. I'm sorry about that. It's these guys. Thank you.
Okay, Yanka, thank you. Yeah, I feel you, Osvaldo, of course. It's a hard moment. And you too, Yanka, no problem, because sometimes it's important to put focus in one part of your life. Yeah, like a challenge in your life. So about me, guys, I put my name now because I forgot. But actually, my name is not Belle. My friends call me Belle, but my name is Alberlene. It's my father's name and mother's name together. I'm from Fortaleza, and my mother is looking for me now because every time I explain that, because it's a different name, and sometimes she did me because she think that I don't like my name, but I like my name. I'm the only person at my work that have that name, for example, in the Brazil, I think in the world maybe. So yeah, but I think it's a creative name. Yeah, I'm from Fortaleza, like I mentioned. Nowadays I live in Salvador. I live here almost 10 years. I love the northeast of the country. I love because I have contact with the nature. I love the weather. For me, it's a good place. And in my free time, I really like to ride and bike. I spend time with my dogs. By the way, I have 2 dogs, and I live with my dogs and my mother. And let me see. Yeah, I need to explain. I'm a air traffic controller, and because of that, sometimes I start to study English because I need improve my communication skills because I need to have a communication with the pilots, and I think it's an important job. Of course, all the jobs are important, but for me, I think a little stressful. And yeah, I think it's that for the moment. And let's start with the question because I want to know about you, Sydney. I will start with you because you work with money, yeah. And what do you think it's a financial freedom? Do you think it's just involve numbers or involve other aspects in your life? What do you think for you? What's financial freedom?
Well, yes, for me, involve many things. Financial freedom. I think, firstly, I think that the basic conception is to have sufficient money to live comfortably, but each people has their think about their conception about comfortably also. But yes, have money to end not to have to work to at least uh, pay your basic necessities. So I think yes, basically is it for me, and also, but like that video you showed for us, you put for us what it involves many things. Even me that didn't know before that video how many things involving to be free to have freedom, financial freedom. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. And about you, Osvaldo, what do you think? What is financial freedom for you?
Oh my goodness, I really like to talk about this topic. I read some books about it. I studied a little bit about this topic because since some years ago, but I try to don't speak too much, okay? Okay, for me, financial freedom is about your the way that you use your money. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It's the most important thing is how do you use your money, right? So I could see great histories about people that earn let me say a little bit um, lower, pouco money. Forgot how can I say pouco. I'm sorry. And how the way that the people use them. I saw people that paid a medical college for a son being lixeiro, for example. I've seen some people have, for example, a higher position in business hierarchy and so on, and has many dívidas. And in my opinion, the way that you use your money affects your life and your health in all aspects. Okay, I can say that because I've chosen some decisions some years ago that changed my life. Yeah, I think that's it. I will try to talk a little bit about the next time. Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. You have other questions? And yeah, I totally agree with you. I think the money, the financial, it's a part of our life. Yeah. When I'm not so good, like my health, financial health, it's not okay. I'm worried or little concerned about my future, about my bills, about what I want to do in my life. So totally agree with you. It's really important. And you, Erica, what do you say? What is your perception about financial freedom?
In my opinion, financial freedom is about you have money, you have enough money to provide you and your family comfort and the basic rights such as education, place to live, security, health. For me, financial freedom is not about be a rich people. It's not like that. But it's about you have money for you do that you like to do and provide you a comfort life. I think in the pandemic moment, I guess all people start to think about finances because many people lose your job, and if you don't have money, you don't have security in your life. And it's important for me about finance freedom, about you choose the place that you'd like to work. So it's about I think it's related to financial freedom. And many people today is are nomads, digital nomads. So I think this kind of people is a good example about the topic, the finance freedom. How about you, Yanka?
I am really close to you, Erica. To me, financial freedom is to have money to have a decent life, and decent life, having access to the basics, like you said, education, healthy, leisure, chill sometimes. It's good. And I say that because when we don't have the basics, we just live for it, just live for have the money to eat in that day, to pay the bills, to pay the medicines, to pay all of these basic things actually. And when we achieve this, when we have money enough to have this decent life, we can real live the life in my head. We can real enjoy other things because the basics is guaranteed. So we don't have to worry so much about it because we are safe. So we can have another moments, live without so much preoccupations because of that. So yeah, to miss this.
Perfect. We are on the same page, guys. But when I start to think about enough money, yeah, the quantity, it's hard to think about the Brazil, for example. And it's possible the most part of the guys have a financial freedom here because we don't have a basic. Okay, Bianca, you can answer that question, please. But yeah, the question is that it's possible for all because nowadays the society put a lot of demands for all. Yeah, it's like you need to have a good car, you need to have a good smartphone, have a lot of house and different things. And nowadays it's hard. How can you explain that, Jakob? Please, what do you think?
I can't explain that. But thinking about decent life, we have a calculation made by DIESE. It's a Department of Statistics from Brazil, and they calculated that we, in general, in the median of population, have 1,000, não vou saber falar isso em inglês, R$ 1.400 em média, né, para uma família viver. Mas a gente deveria ter, we should have a family with 4 or 3 people should have as a wage R$ 6.900 to cost the basics with the basic things, basic alimentation, education, health. With the basics, we should have 6,000. Yeah, 6,000 of reais for a family, not just one person. Yeah, it's this.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's hard to understand that because the it's yeah, it's hard because if you consider we have a education, or if you have a medicines or doctors for all in the system, it's not okay for all. Yeah, I don't know explain that, but what do you think, Sydney? It's possible in Brazil um, have a financial freedom, the most part of Brazilian?
Well, as far as I know, it's possible, but it's very difficult. One of the things about our economy that is not so strong and is stable. I think the Brazil's economy is very fragile, and many things can affect us internationally. Thinking, for example, of course, USA is the leader, but everything that happens there can affect it all over the world. But for example, the war between Ukraine and Russia, the conflict between Palestine and the Iraq, I don't know, but yeah, it can affect us. Also, we rely on a lot in another countries like China is I think the first client we have. So if some problem happen in China, yeah, it can affect us a lot. And about individuality, I think we can reach the financial freedom, but we need to be strong in our ideas, our motivation, because it's very easy today to spend money with things that is not so useful for us. For example, we have a good example about smartphone. Well, some people instead to choose a cheaper smartphone, a Xiaomi or I don't know, Motorola or Lenovo smartphone. They have a iPhone. Everyone have their personal choice, of course, but the thing that we spend some money instead to invest it in something. It also happens most of the time about cars. I think Brazilians love cars, so instead to have a cheaper cars that can attend your necessities, some people try to buy an expensive and luxury car at 100,000 reais or 150,000. So it's also affect a lot in that purpose to achieve a financial freedom.
Perfect. That's it. That's the point. Because here, I think the Brazilian's culture, it's like status. Yeah, like have a good cars and a good smartphones, a lot of things, and show for all about it. And when you think about the other countries or other cultures, it's not like that. Maybe the most important to live or have a good lifestyle or have a good experience. And here it's like there are more focus on have material things, yeah, and show for all. And this successful life, it's involved that have a lot of money or a lot of things for show they all. And what do you think about it, that Erica? Do you think that's involved a cultural or not? The mindset, or do you think it's possible have a financial freedom in Brazil?
Um, I I think Ianca is an interesting data that she brought to us, and I can guess, I'm sure the majority of people in Brazil didn't get 6,000 real in salary because there are millions of people here that live if starvation condition. So and I mean think about when you get older, because you try to get your retirement, and but in this age many people start to spend a lot of money if medication, so your salary, your income decrease dramatically. So I think if you think about the financial freedom, there are a few people in Brazil that you can say, oh yes, your you have financial freedom. I think is for many of us is impossible. But at the same time, I think is related as well to your mind. So for me, it's important to have money to do this and that. So you should reduce your goals. If you do like to say, okay, I'm free about my finances. So, but it's hard in Brazil because you pay too many taxes, but there is no investment that not return to us about education, security, health. So you just pay, but you didn't see where your money are you applied. So I think it's so hard. How
Yeah.
about you, Osvaldo?
Yeah, and I add a side note for you, Eric. In my opinion, the taxes are not the problem. The problem is the way that tax had been used for, right? Because some countries has a tax bigger than here in Brazil, for example. Denmark, for example, is a country that has a lot of taxes, but there that taxes are used for the population health, population comfortable, you know. And I would like to say that I agree with Sydney completely. Is about financial freedom is about the way that we use our money and why we have to have to buy something. Let me see. Oh, I forgot what the question. Because for me, it's everything is one thing.
Everything is connected.
What question we are talking about? Oh.
The main question we're talking about, it's possible or not to be a financial freedom in Brazil,
Oh,
or
okay,
that
okay.
involve a culture or not.
Yeah,
You can,
thank you, Val.
you're free.
Bianca, thanks for sharing the research. I I knew that information. And I have to add what Sydney said. For example, I've chosen study to work by home some years ago. I decided to sell my small business that I had and that by the time. It was dangerous because I had I just had my sons, you know, but I tried because my financial plans. I didn't make debts or long debts. I would say to take part of that business that I've sold, part of money that business I've sold to use to pay my bills and to keep me studying for a year and a half, right? And it was dangerous, but it worked for me. It had worked for me. And for example, nowadays I don't have any car, okay, because I live in the center of my city, the city that I live in. So I have almost almost things that I need to leave, hospitals or restaurants, supermarkets, banks, and so on. And Sydney, I think Sydney will agree with me. In my case, I don't need a car because the car is only a fee cost for me. The car don't give wouldn't give me a money, just a cost in this case, for example, and so on. Yeah, I talk too much. Sorry.
No problem, Osvaldo. And talk about it. That it's an interesting topic because I suffer about it. It's the question number 4, and I will start with you, Bianca. But just answer about me. It's I felt a lot of pressure of the society to consumer or to spend money, or maybe it's a emotional trick because sometimes I'm at home. It's not necessary go to the shop or go out. It's totally normal or common, or it's so easy buy a lot of things at home. Just 1 or 2 clicks. Yeah, I just scroll my screen and it's possible. And in 1 week or 3 days, the I receive at home. It's so that's for me. It's a mainly problem at my financial freedom, I think, because I spend a lot of money because of that. Yeah, normally I try to avoid that, but sometimes when I don't have any, when I have a free time, for example, I will look my apps and Shopees and think about it. And it's so easy because all the bills will be and it will be in my credit card. And I just recognize that when I need to pay. Yeah, and it's not I waste a lot of money about that because I feel that pressure. I'm trying to change my mindset or change my lifestyle and watching videos about minimalist lifestyle, for example, or what it's really necessary for me or not. But sometimes, and avoid, for example, social media because of that, because there are a lot of marketing and involve a lot of emotional, yeah, devices. I don't know to explain that, but it's like that. It's a problem for me. And I really know about you, Bianca. What do you feel like that? Do you feel that pressure or not? How can you avoid that if it's possible?
I see that pressure, but I don't live that pressure. But it was a work with myself, I think. Like I have a normal smartphone, a Samsung Android, oh my God, a smartphone. But I have an expensive notebook because I work with this. So I need to have a machine, a good machine
Yeah.
to work with data. But my
There is a
smartphone,
purpose, yeah? There is a
yeah,
purpose.
exactly, to see a purpose in the things that you really have to expend money, like I need a good computer. I don't need a good cell phone. I'm not a digital influencer that needs a good camera and so on. I just need a computer and a good set to work in here, to have the minimal comfort, I think. And the pressure that I suffer a lot is to have a car. I don't want to have a car. I don't need. I live in a place that I can like take a bus and go to São Paulo, go to Sorocaba, go to see my mom. I can do this with freedom. I don't need to have the expenses that are related to have a car, like a car broken every week or month, or paying a high parcela about the car. I don't spend a lot of money with Uber, but Uber attends me in this way. The amount of money that I spend with Uber, it's very less, it's lower than the amount of money that I would spend having a car. I don't need this. And I suffered a lot. And the people judge me like, why don't you have a carteira de habilitação? Because I don't need. Like, are you
Perfect,
going
perfect.
to give to me a carteira de habilitação? If you will, I will accept, okay? But yeah, I suffer this. And about taxes, one thing, to me, the problem in Brazil is that those who earn more pay less, you know. So I think this configuration have to change. And of course, to spend taxes in a good way. But yeah, I suffer this, I think.
Thanks for sharing, Anka. I really wanna put inside me that conception because I really need to change my behavior about it. And please, Oswaldo, go ahead.
Just a side note, like Inka what are talking about, one of my old business, small business, was about microbus. I had a line for some years. I was the motor, okay, for some time of my life. Buzina motor, you know. I was the motor, and in that time, the car, it was a really important because it was the way that I'd earned money. It's simple, like Yanka said.
Okay, and you can explain for all if you felt or not that expression of the society.
Yeah, for sure. For example, every time that we met with my parents, especially my father, he talked to me, oh, that person have just bought an apartment, and or another people go out with your father every weekend, or you have to, oh, why do you don't have any car, for example? So yes, every single day we have pressure. For my parents, it is strange. I use mobile drivers, or mobile active drivers, for example, or and so on. But like Bianca said, I don't need for a while, and I'm happy with my lifestyle. That's it.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that's the point. Change the mindset. Yeah, and looking for a purpose about all the things in our life. Erica, please, what do you think about it? Please share with us.
I can say I feel pressure by society all the time. Days ago was the Amazon Day, and my sister said, Erica, you should buy this, you should buy that. I said, why? I don't need this. No, but the price is so cheap, it's a promotion. So you should enjoy it this moment.
And
So
you
you
need
can
to,
use you can use this product next year.
yeah,
Next
yeah,
year, like
yeah, that's it. You need to buy six
yeah. Just
units of the.
just storage the product and you can use next year for don't make sense. As you said, I think you should change our mindset and try to focus on only that things that important in the life, in your life. But guys, about pressure, uh, I think our pressure could be sometimes dangerous. For example, my father is 70 years old, and some pharmacies sent to him some SMS to his smartphone to invite him to go to pharmacy to buy medication. But what see, so I think
Oh
it's a
my goodness.
because because there is a promotion here, some medications would like to buy, but no, you want to buy. I said my father want to go there because you don't have the prescription of the doctor to buy any medication without prescription because it can be dangerous and he has some disease. So but it's hard to resist this kind of pressure as well because sometimes you are in your some group with your friends and all of them are talking about clothes, products, beauty products. You buy this, I bought that, and you feel sometimes out of the group because how what I can say because I didn't buy anything. So, but I think people didn't understand the pressure of the industry, because there is a important meaning, because depression happened to us because the world is capitalist, but the capitalism is so dangerous to all of us. But many people didn't perceive that. Just go to the to go just fly on the situation and try to buy
Just buy.
anything that society said to you to buy. But for me, it's different, because I think if I don't need this, I will don't buy. I won't buy.
Okay,
That's all.
thank. Okay, Erica, thank you for sharing. It's really interesting. So, and you, Sydney, what do you say about it?
Yes, I'd like first to mention what Osvaldo and Bianca said about the cost of to have a car. It, in fact, is a high, especially in Brazil, where the parts of the car to the maintenance, the taxes, maintenance, the parts, you have to maintain it very high. Also, the depreciation is on the thing that affects it a lot. When you buy a car in one price, I think in some years it can be it less than before, and you lost that part of that money. Another thing is about, yeah, Erica said about the promotion. The people, a lot of people try to take advantage of that promotion. That thinks that they will never use it. So I'd like to cite a quote that Julius, the character of Everybody Hates Chris, said, the discount is bigger when you don't buy it. So yes. Uh,
Amazing.
and yes, another thing is about that pressure. I can feel a lot that pressure, especially in my workplace, in my work. I Ianca said that she worked alone. So, but for me, the people there, especially the bosses, they they make a lot of money, so they think that I'm a boss in my department, but I don't have the wage of them, the same money. So one of them have a car that costs 250,000 reais, 250 mil reais. So he thinks that me and the other partner need to have the same car because it's very comfortable. It brings a safety for the family and things like that. But oh my goodness, we live in a poor country. So even to have I think a cheap car, it's difficult because cheap car here is very expensive. When you go to see in USA, a price of a Go, there is a price of a expensive, a luxury car. But yeah, I feel that pressure, especially the people who work with me. And in my family, I feel it sometimes with my brother, my older brother. He thinks that if you have a good salary, we need to spend it and show the people through your clothes, through your actions, through the place you need to go to go to expensive restaurants. I don't agree with him, but yeah, it's very difficult. I think all the industry, the mainstream, the media I think put a pressure on us to spend our money. So yeah, but we need to be strong in our motivation, in our purpose, and continue our journey.
Yeah, perfect. That's the point. I think it's put motivation or purpose, yeah, in our life. I think it's the point. The time is over, but for finish and about the car, yeah. Think about me. I live in Salvador, so the fuselage of my car, it's not a new car. It's just functional, but the fuselage it's so suffer a lot about the rust. Yeah, I looking for about it enferrujado. So it's I lose a lot of money about it. I was in the oficina, yeah, the mechanic. Was the budget was like a five 5,000 reais, yeah, something like that. But was a lot of money, and I really was I really thought about to don't use my car because I was a lot of money about it. So sorry guys, and let's continue. I just want I have one question. It's not a question, but just for reflection. And Osvaldo, do you have any plan for your financial freedom? If you have, how many
Yeah.
years do you need? Do you have?
Yeah. Well, I started it as emergence part of my money, right? My micro is with noise.
Sorry?
Meu microfone tá com barulho?
No.
Ah, que você
No.
fez uma careta, eu achei que tava com
Oh,
barulho.
I'm
Desculpa.
sorry. No. At the moment, it's okay, but during the conversation, sometimes have a problem,
Okay.
some problem.
Okay. So I start with emergence part of my money, fundo de emergência. And I'm trying to build my patrimônio. I don't know, how can I say patrimônio? To aposentar when I have 15 years old or 16 years old, for example, and then depends of the government payment, you know. Yeah, it's the main goal that I have.
Okay. And you, Sidney, did you have any plan for your financial freedom?
Yes, I already have my investment that is 6 years. I start to make it, and yeah, I have in my future. I think in the 10 years forward, I think I have plans to not to have to be free, to have freedom, but at least to have some money come from some investment and help me to pay my bills and have my freedom in my life, more freedom.
Oh, and you, Erica, do you have any plan for your financial freedom?
I already have some investments, think about the future as well. And I'm here talking in order to improve my English skills because I have some goals in my job. So I think all thing I do is about in order to get the financial freedom as well. I think so.
Yeah, it's a kind of investment. Yeah,
Yeah.
investing ourselves. It's a good one. And you, Bianca, what do you say? Do you have any plans for your financial freedom in the
I think
future?
I'm already am free financial, I think. So I have a decent life. I can't complain. I have everything, healthy, food, education. I work with this. So I'm really great about this moment. I can say that now, today, I am okay. I don't know about the future. About the future, I'm saving some money. I'm not investing, I think, or I am, yeah, more or less, in a safe investment that I am doing for the future. And my big work is to maintain my decent life, the decent life that I have today. So I really try to work hard to maintain the things that I already have, I think.
Okay, yeah, the power of the mindset. I want to be like you, Bianca. Thank you for sharing. Maybe for me, I try have a plan. I try to use a spreadsheet about it and looking for about my retirement. But at the moment, not. I don't have. Just if I consider if I will die tomorrow, for example. But at the moment, it's not real for me. But yeah, I think is that I will think about it. And because of that, I brought that topic because it's important to have a reflection about it. But the conversation was amazing, guys. I'm sorry about the time. I put the link for feedback. Please send me some feedback or suggestion about the next conversation. Thank you, Erica, for coming. How was the conversation for you?
Oh, it was amazing. I love this topic. Good conversation. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you for coming. I will be here the next Friday, and I put here also the link for the YouTube. Okay, for all. Okay, ciao. Bye bye, guys. I'm sorry.